Okay, last time we discussed about that is the ocean thermal energy, wave energy, tidal energy. Now today we'll start the geothermal energy. Okay, so what is the meaning of geothermal energy? So the heat energy obtained in the form of steam, okay, from under the earth crust. It is known as the geothermal energy. Again, the heat energy obtained in the form of the steam from under the earth crust. It is known as the geothermal energy. So here, as we know that in our earth crust, that is geological changes continuously. So molten rocks form in the deeper hot regions, okay, of earth crust are pushed in upward direction and trap in certain region. It is known as the hot spot. Now, when underground water comes in contact with the hot spot, steam is generated. Okay, so it is known as the hot spring. Now in our Gujarat, as we know that in Lasundra, Tuwa Timba, okay, these are the places of the hot spring. Here, the steam is trapped in rocks is routed through a pipe to a turbine and used as a generate the electricity. Okay, so here that is there are number of power plants based on geothermal energy that is operation in New Zealand as well as in USA. Okay, but here there is some limitation, and that is not the type of the power plant that is in our India. Okay, so here the heat is obtained in the form of the steam from under the earth crust. It is known as the geothermal energy. In our Gujarat, that is Lasundra and Tuatimba, there is a hot spring. Okay, while in New Zealand and USA is also that is established the type of the geothermal energy plants. Now next one that is nuclear energy. So radioactive elements, okay, like uranium, plutonium, thorium. So these are the radioactive elements generate large amount of energy. Okay, radioactive elements generate large amount of energy. It is known as the nuclear energy. Okay, so here in nuclear energy, that is in this process, that is nucleus of heavy atoms, nucleus of heavy like uranium. Generally we can use the uranium. So nucleus of the heavy atoms like uranium, when bombarded with the lower energy neutrons, okay, so a tremendous energy is realized, that is released. Okay, nucleus of heavy atoms like uranium, so this uranium is bombarded with the low energy neutrons and tremendous amount of energy is released. Okay, this process is known as nuclear fission process. Okay, for example, that is here, that is 1 ton of uranium. Okay, uranium 235. Okay, 1 ton of uranium, it's provide the energy that is 3 million tons of the coal. Okay, in that is the we can be utilize 3 million tons of coal. This is equivalent to, that is the 1 ton of uranium provides the energy. So there is tremendous amount of energy is released during the nuclear fission process. Here, that is in nuclear reactor design for the electric power generation, and there are some disadvantages also there will be, and uses also there. First we take the advantages. So these advantages that is used as a heat generation and used as a fuel for the marine vessels. Now in disadvantage is that is advantages, that is a alternative source of energy due to the depletion of the fossil fuels. From small amount of the fuel, large amount energy is obtained. Okay, so these are the advantages of the nuclear energy. Again, I repeat, that is the nuclear energy. Radioactive elements generate large amount of energy. Okay, that is nucleus of heavy atoms like uranium 235. Okay, it's bombarded with the low energy neutrons. So tremendous amount of energy is released, and this process is known as nuclear fission process. Okay, Here from that is 1 ton of uranium 235. It provides the energy is equivalent to 3 million ton of the coal. Is used as a heat generation. It is used as a fuel, marine vessels. Now, advantages that is alternative source of energy due to depletion of fossil fuels. And from small amount of the fuel, large amount of energy is obtained. So these are the advantages. Now, what are the disadvantages? So there are some disadvantages that is risk of the nuclear waste leakage, high cost of setting of nuclear plant, high cost and pollution of the environment. So these are the disadvantages of the nuclear energy. Okay. Again, so risk of the nuclear waste leakage. This is the first disadvantage. Second one, high cost of setting up of nuclear plant. And third one, that is pollution of the environment. Okay, so these are the disadvantages of such type of the nuclear power plant. Okay, now next one that is we discuss about the 14.7 activity. So in this activity that is get discussed in the question of what is the ultimate source of the energy for biomass, wind and ocean thermal energy. Is geothermal energy and nuclear energy different in this respect? Why? Where would you place hydroelectricity and wave energy? So for that, we have discussed this question. What is the ultimate source of energy for biomass, wind, and ocean thermal energy? So here, for that, the answer that is ultimate source of energy for biomass, wind, and ocean thermal energy is the solar energy. That is the sun, because sun is the only source of energy for the earth. The second question that is geothermal energy and nuclear energy different in this respect? Why? So for that, geothermal energy is obtained inside the earth due to the heat and pressure. Nuclear energy is obtained due to the nuclear reaction of radioactive substances like uranium, okay, uranium, thorium, like that. And next, where would you place hydroelectricity and wave energy? So hydroelectricity and wave energy can be placed under the sun's energy, as both of them are caused and formed due to the sun's heat energy. Okay, hydroelectricity and wave energy can be placed under sun's energy, as both of them are caused and formed due to the sun's heat energy. Now, next question that is here, first one in text question. What kind of mirror, that is concave or convex or plane, what would what that is would be best suited for use in solar cooker? Why? So here for that is concave mirror would be the best. Concave mirror would be the best suited for use in the solar cooker, as we discussed in previously lecture. That is, as it is convert, that is mirror and would convert sun's heat radiation at one's focus point. Okay, so concave mirror would be the best suited for use in the solar cooker, as it is in converging mirror and would converge sun's heat radiation at one focus point. Next question that is, what are the limitations of energy that can be obtained from the oceans? So there are some limitation like that few limited site or few limited places where this wave, that is tidal or ocean thermal energy, can be obtained. The cost of construction of plant is very high and the efficiency of producing energy is also low. So these are the limitation of the energy that can be obtained from the ocean. So whichever first, that is few limited places or few limited sites where this wave, tidal or the ocean thermal energy can be obtained. Second one, the cost of construction of plant is very high and the efficiency of producing energy is very low. So these are the limitation of the energy that can be obtained from the ocean. Next, that is what is geothermal energy. So the heat energy obtained in the form of steam, the heat energy obtained in the form of the steam from under the earth crust is called the geothermal energy. Again, I repeat it. The heat energy obtained in the form of steam from under the earth crust is called the geothermal energy. And next question, what are the advantages of nuclear energy? So, as we discussed previous, that is a very small amount of radioactive material can produce large amount of energy. A very small amount of radioactive material can produce large amount of energy and which can be controlled and converted into usable form. Okay, which can be controlled and converted into usable form. For example, 1 kilogram of uranium, it gives the 25,000 tons of coal. Okay, here we take 1 kilogram of uranium is equivalent to that is 25,000 tons of the coal. And second one, that is does not release any smoke or harmful gases in the air, and hence it can be curb the global warming that is caused due to the greenhouse effect. So these are the advantages of the nuclear energy. Now next one, that is the environmental consequence. So here, that is exploiting any source of energy disturb the environment. Any source of energy disturb the environment. Okay, the source we would choose depends on factor such as the is of the extracting energy and the efficiency of the technology available and the environmental damage. Okay, the efficiency of the technology available and the environmental damage, so that will be caused by using the type of the sources. For example, we discuss about the CNG. It is the clean fuels. Okay, clean fuels like a CNG. So as we already that is seen that burning fossil fuel causes the air pollution. Okay, burning fossil fuels causes the air pollution. Now that is in some cases, that is a device like solar cell. Okay, it may be pollution free, but when the assembly of such devices would be have caused some environmental damage. Okay, and in this direction the research is continuously, and obviously for the longer life, that is lasting devices, it will cause the less damage of the environment. So these are the result is environmental results is. Now next to that is activity, that is in-text question, that is activity 14.8. So here, that is 14.8, that is can any source of energy be pollution free? Why? Okay, activity first 14.8 will gather information about various energy sources and how each one affects the environment. So for that, that is the gather information about various energy sources and how each one affects the environment. So first we take example, that is hydroelectricity. Okay, source of energy, hydroelectricity. So it affects on the environment. Dam can be caused, that is the imbalance in the environment. These are the effect. Okay, hydroelectricity. Dam can cause the imbalance in the environment. Next we take example, that is the source of energy, that is thermal electricity. So it is effects on environment is pollution, fossil fuels exhausted. Another example, that is a source of energy, that is petroleum. So it is pollution and fossil fuels exhausted. Biomass, it is pollution, effects on the environment. Tidal energy or wave energy, there will be no effect on the environment. Solar energy, no effects on the environment. Geothermal energy, no effects on the environment. Nuclear energy, okay, it affects on the environment, that is pollution, create the pollution in the environment. Okay, Debate the merits and second question, debate the merits and demerits of each sources and select the best source of energy on this basis. So yeah, there are two issues that is for that. So we need not to worry about the coal getting depleted, and it would last for another 200 years. However, in order to generate electricity, a large amount of coal is burned every day in power station to heat up water and to produce the steam, which further runs the turbine to generate electricity. But we have other options too, that like water. So water in the reservoir would be recharged each time it rains. To replace coal as fuel, we should plant more and more trees so that we can use wood as a fuel. Second one, that is we did not have any to worry about the solar energy. If the sun will last for another billions year, cost. So sun will be last for another 5 billion years because till then very advanced technology would be developed to the trap and store the solar energy. Okay. Moreover, we will have other options to for this purpose. That is exhaustible, inexhaustible, renewable, non-renewable. If we explain that is exhaustible, petrol, coal. These are the example of exhaustible source of energy as they will one day the last. Well, in inexhaustible source of that is sun and water are the example of inexhaustible sources of the energy, as solar and water are the renewable. Now, in renewable, the sun and water are the renewable source of energy as they are the renew and non-renewable. Petrol and coal are the non-renewable source of energy as they once used up cannot be renewed.